So hello and welcome to my channel. Alright, welcome to Nat Fashion Hub. So in a few minutes I'm going to teach you how to draft a corset. Alright, and wait for also the stitching aspect of it, because after this video I'm going to show us how to stitch it as well. Right, so let's get into the video. Alright, so for us to cut our corset, very simple. We're going to be using this measurement: shoulder 15, bust 36, under bust 30, half cut 13, bust point 9.5. The half length that is from the shoulder to the waistline is 17.5 inches. The bust separation is 8 inches. Alright, so without wasting time, let's mark the points beginning from the shoulder downwards. Let's take our horizontal measurements and we are good to go. So this is our bust point 9.5, our under bust 13 inches, and the waistline 17.5 inches. We'll mark the lines, the dots at two different places so that we can connect and get a straight line. This is quite simple, so just stay with me and in a few minutes we are done. It's very simple, it's not difficult at all, trust me. So we are done with our vertical measurement. We'll mark 2 inches above the bust point here to locate our chest line. So this is our chest line. So let's go ahead and label them: chest line, bust point, under bust, and then we have the waistline. Alright, so we'll take the neck depth 3.5. The wideness we'll still use 3.5, and we use our French curve to join these 2 points together. Alright, the next one we're going to do is to take the shoulder measurement, which is 15 divided by 2, that is 7.5, plus half inch seam allowance, that's 8. Alright, so we'll come down by 1 inch. Our shoulder slant, we'll now join that point, shoulder slant point of 1 inch to the neckline. The next for us to do is to this is 8 inches we have here. We'll extend the 8 inches downwards and get a straight line for us to curve our arm. So we're going to take the midpoint of this line here, the midpoint, and then we'll come in by about 3/4 inch. Alright, come in by 3/4 inch. And then we'll take our chest line, which is 36 divided by 4. You have 9. So we're going to use our French curve now to curve this arm. This is very simple, like I said. Just follow me and in a few minutes we are done. Can you see that? The next thing for us to do is to get our bust separation, which is 8 divided by 2, that will be 4. So I'm going to mark 4 at the bust point, the under bust, and the waistline, and then we join it with a straight line. This is very, very simple. Okay, so after joining with a straight line, the next thing for us to do is to, from our bust point here, we measure down, that is 3.5 inches. So we are going to take this 3.5 inches round. So take the 3.5 inches round, take it all round, all round, all round, take it all round. This is for us to form our breast cup. Alright, it's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. So next thing is for us to join these dots together, and then join these dots together and get a straight line. Join the dots together and get a circle, straight line, so that we'll sketch our breast cups out. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. So having done that, we're going to come in here by about 1 inch, that is 3/4, also 3/4 above the bust point. So we're going to add the under bust here. We'll move out by 3/4 inch both sides. We'll come down to the waistline and do the same thing. Move out by 3/4 inch both sides, and we'll join the 2 points together using a straight line. We'll join them together. Then the dot we made about 3/4 inch below the bust point here, we'll join it to the points we made at the under bust. Watch carefully, just watch, you get it. It's very simple, just keep watching. And mind you, the curves are not, we're not using a straight line, okay? It's not a straight line at all. So same thing at this point here, we'll mark 3/4 inch both sides, just like we did at the under bust here. We'll mark 3/4 inch both sides. So make sure the lines are curved, not straight, okay? The lines are curved, they're not straight. Do the same thing on both sides. So can you see this? So we are going to come down here on this our chest line. Will come down by ½ inch, and we'll also move in by ½ inch. Please take note, we came down by ½ inch from this chest line. We also moved in by what? By ½ inch. So we're going to join that dot to this dot here. So join this dot to this one here, and also down there. So these new down lines we're drawing now, these are the actual curves that form our breast cup. All right, these are the actual curves now that form our breast cup. The curves we are drawing now, these are the actual curves that form our breast cup. Please, I won't be talking much, just watch as I'm going to do it. So out here we'll move out by 1 inch, because you know the bust is more by the side. So we'll move out by 1 inch, and we'll extend that inch up, that line upwards. After extending the line upwards, we're going to come down ½ inch from the chest line. Come down ½ inch, and that becomes our meeting point for both this point to that, and then that to the under bust. Very simple and straightforward. Like I said, the new curves we're drawing now, they're the one that forms our breast cup. The new points we're drawing now. It's very simple. So I'm going to extend that line to the side. So the next thing for us to do now is to take our chest measurement. We said it's 36 by 4, that is 9. So we'll mark our 9 there. Mark our 9 there. And then we check the allowance we removed here is about 1 inch. We're going to replace that 1 inch by the side. I'm sorry the video is shaking a bit. I'm sorry about that. Very sorry. Now we're going to add our 1½ inch seam allowance. I'm sorry about the shaking of this video, please. I'm very sorry. So coming to the chest line. So at this chest line as well, we're going to mark 1 inch here, and we are going to add 1 more inch, the same as we add on the chest line. I didn't include it, but we're going to add 1 more inch, the same as I added on the chest line. All right. So just watch how I'm going to do it. So simply I added another 1½ inch seam allowance. All right. 1½ inch seam allowance. Coming to the under bust here, we have 30 divided by 2, that is 4, that is 7½. But mind you, we're taking about 3/4 inch allowance there, so we'll replace it here. Then we'll add our normal 1½ inch seam allowance. So down to the waistline as well. Our waistline is 32, so divided by 4, that will be 8. So we'll mark our 8. So after marking our 8, we'll come and check the allowance we're removing here, which is 1¾ inch. We'll replace the 1¾ inch back. Then we'll add what? 1½ inch seam allowance. So we'll simply join the points together. From the chest line to the underbust, we'll join the points together, and then from the underbust to the waist, join it together as well. You can see this. These are the ideal measurements we have here. So that is our what? Our seam allowance. So we're simply going to cut this out. Mind you, we're simply going to cut this out and then use it to get our back piece. This is as simple as anything. Very, very simple. So you see, watch, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it out this way. When I'm done, before I come and cut I'll finish cutting the back before I come and separate this, our breast cups. I'll finish cutting the back before before separating these breast cups here. Okay. So just watch carefully how I'm going to get the back. It's very simple. I'm giving 1.5 inch allowance here for zip. Alright. I'll join them together. Okay, I'm going to take note of these points here. Can you see this point? I'll take note of all the points where I need to connect to the back piece. I'll take note of them. Just do the same as I'm doing. Also, I'll take note of the dart allowance. Very important. I'll take note of the dart allowance. You can see. Take note of this point here. And also the center. Yeah. So now I'm going to join the lines together. Just watch me carefully. Just by watching, you can understand this. Alright, it's very simple. Join this to that. This point here, I'll come down by, you can see, I'm going to come down by 1/2 inch, alright, for the back piece. Just to make it look a bit shapy and curvy, something like that. So next thing for us to get the dart, watch how I'm going to do it. After joining the side points, watch how I'm going to get the darts. And you see this, very simple. You see, so our back piece is set. And if I want to do this in 2 ways, either we'll use zip or we'll do corset loops, alright. So I'm going to mark 2 inches inwards. That's if you want to use the rope, want to use corset ropes, or want to use zip, anyone. If you want to use the ropes, that is the allowance we're going to deal with, alright. So which one we decide to use, fine. But if we're using zip, we're going to use the first allowance. Okay, this is for the zip, alright. So each of anyone will decide to do, it's fine by us. So you can see I'm cutting this without giving any allowance, but when I'm cutting the main fabric, I'll now give seam allowances. Okay. You see this? I'm just going to fold this zip allowance inwards. So you can see our corset is almost set. So let's label this. We have the center front, one, and the side front. We have this part of the center front as well, and the side front as well. Very important. So let's now cut it out carefully. So watch it. I'm going to cut on the blue lines, alright? You see that? This is quite simple, guys. Very, very simple. So now we can deal with the front, the center front, right? We can deal with the cups rather. Cut them out carefully. I'm cutting at the front here. Be very careful at the front here, so that you don't distort the shape of one. All of them should have the same curvy shape. Don't cut and scatter the shape of the other one while cutting the first one. Can you see? Okay, let's cut the remaining. Make sure the two pieces are staying together. Can you see the way I cut it without distorting the shape of anyone? Both of them have their normal shape, alright? I didn't scatter the shape of anyone at all. So this is center front as well. Okay. So you can see them. These are the side pieces. This is quite simple, guys. Very simple. Very, very simple. Very simple to cut and simple to sew as well. So guys, if you enjoy watching this video, please let me know. I'm going to arrange the video on how to sew it as well. I'll do that and upload as quickly as possible. Alright, so look at it, how it's looking. I'm going to arrange the video on how to stitch it as well. If you enjoy watching this video, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.